in requirements phase, there are activities. There are several activities here. Okay, so if you're asking me, this is the tedious one. The first one, elicitation. Elicitation is about getting information, right? Okay, so the most not so very hard, but can be, yeah, this is the part, analysis and drawing and creating tables. Yeah, for some people it's very hard for them, very tough, but actually it's not that tough if you know what to do. Okay, and then we have writing part, the specification. Yeah, you write the document. Once you have all the models, all the information, actually this is going to be very easy, very easy. But if you only think about writing specification, then only you think about how to elicit them, how to analyze, it's going to be very hard. Yeah? So that's why we have this flow of activity. You should start with elicitation. Yeah, don't focus on writing yet. Don't bother about writing yet. Go get the content first. Yeah, go get the information, analyze them properly, and then represent them. Yeah, represent them in form of models, yeah, in text, in description, and then only you can just pick any of those marvelous ones, so you put inside your document, all right, which is SRS. Okay, and the last one here is validation. So you have to validate them, the document, and also the models and the data. Yeah, because we need to know whether it is correct and it is what your client want it to be. Yeah, and also you have to validate whether it can be done. It can be done or not. Yeah, you cannot just take in what the clients want, but the developer cannot do it, so we cannot have that. Yeah, we make sure that they are mutually agreed with the document and all that you produce during the requirement engineering process. Okay, all right, so you have to remember all this process. Yeah, although usually I won't ask something like simple theory or something like principle like this in the final assessment. I usually ask questions that you have to apply. Yeah, you have to apply based on the problem given. Yeah, that's how I ask inside final assessment. Okay, so the people. So these are the people who might be responsible. The name of the post lah, yeah, the name of the post. So some people call it software engineer, requirement engineer, and some also said business analyst, because when you're doing analysis for the requirements, it's the one part of it is actually about the business analysis. Yeah, so these are the names of the people that might be involved, that can be involved. If you are the one who has to do the requirements process, so you might have this kind of post or title or job. Yeah, so software engineer or requirements engineer or business analyst. Okay, so normally in Malaysia we'll see software engineer post. Yeah, software engineer. Requirements engineer, not so many. Yeah, not so many. Business analysts there are, yeah, but usually they will take in those with experience. Yeah, because business analyst is very critical. Not critical, it's something that need people with lots of experience. Yeah, because it will deal with the image of the company. Yeah, there are something else lah. Okay, alright, so this is the anatomy of requirements engineer. So this is going to be you one day, maybe, yeah. Okay, so for requirements engineer, as the name proposed, requirements engineer, this will responsible on requirements only. Okay, so when you're doing these requirements, when they have done, they will pass it to the next team, which is handle the designing. Yeah, the design of the software. So they are post like software designer, or they are just another software engineer. But for those who hold the title of software engineer, you might be doing the requirements and then design as well, and then you also develop. So that's what software engineers do. Okay, but if you get this requirements engineer, you just have to focus on requirements. So let's focus about requirements only, because this is what the course about. Yeah, okay, So when we're talking about anatomy, we are actually talking about the knowledge, the skill, what are the things that they should present. Yeah. So if no so what do you think skills needed for a requirements engineer? What do you think? Hmm? What are the skills needed for a requirements engineer? If you want to talk about qualification, if you completed your degree here, AC10 program, you already qualified to become a requirements engineer. Huh? But usually, if it's actually a post of requirements engineer, they usually look for software engineer that has a few years of experience doing the whole process. So normally people with experience, they know how to do the requirements process. Yeah, so that they can focus only on the requirements. All right. Any idea, any suggestion? What are the skills do you think needed to become a requirements engineer? It has to be instilled in you, yeah. So you need to have all the skills. So what kind of skills needed? What do you think? Use the chat function. Write it down. What is your suggestion? What do you think? On true communication skill, problem solving. Not about the software requirements, but maybe in management or something. Yeah, yeah. When there are problems occur, and okay, management skill. True. What else? Very true. Good in analysis. Multitasking. Yeah, everyone need to know how to do multitasking kan. Analytical, yes, analysis lah. Okay. What else? Lagi. Planning, yes, true. Ada lagi. Tu je. Sama kat atas. Problem solving. Coding, no. General programming skill, no. Organizing, yep. Experience in conflict management. If you have, it's good. Yeah, it's part of the thing that you learn inside this course. Creative, not really. Good if you have it, but it's not something that you have to have. What else? What if I get to logical thinking? Of course. Research skill, yep. When you are doing elicitation and also analysis. Team spirit, yep. If you are working in team. Creativity, not really, but good if you have it. Let's get back to this. What do you think? Have knowledge about system modeling? Yeah. So what do you call, what is the skill? What is the skill? That is knowledge, but the skill, the name of the skill? Hmm. Apa nama skill dia? Timur dah ada kat atas tu. General knowledge. Like what? Who is the PM of this year, of today? Eliciting skills. Boleh lah. Betul? Okay, what else? Try look at this slide. See whether you can find out what kind of skill. What else? Actually, you have mentioned most of them, but there are still that you can say. Develop what? That's too general. Developing. No. Why do you want to do software testing? Good in writing? True. Specification need that writing skill? True. How about modeling? What skill you need for that? To do modeling, what kind of skill? Soft skill. Come on lah, this is professional skill. Soft skill is just part of it that makes you good human. Good in drawing, yes, that's it. The drawing skill, yeah, not design skill, drawing skill. Design skills needed when you're doing design, yeah, itu nanti next semester. Interpersonal is soft skill, yeah. Tapi if you have it, of course lah, it's a good thing, yeah. Everyone need to have interpersonal skill. But if you become a requirements engineer, there are certain skills that you have to have them, yeah. You have to have them. So like what you have people have mentioned, like how to get the information, yeah, the analysis or the research skill, and that analysis skill, modeling skill or drawing skill, yeah. Modeling doesn't mean drawing only, yeah. So if you use tables to represent your data, that is part of modeling as well. And then specification mean you need to have the writing skill, yeah, write the document, write the description, yeah, prepare the document following the format and structure. So there are the skills that you need. There are the things that you learn from this class, yeah. And then validate, you know how to validate. It's not testing, yeah. You validate the document to see whether it's correct or not, the content is correct or not, the data is correct or not, and does the whatever inside there follow suit with whatever needed by the client. So they are all skills needed for a requirements engineer. So if you follow my class until the end of the semester, I really hope that you can build up this skill. You already developed this skill. Okay, this is something that you need to do. If you can, yeah, follow, and also do the assignment on your own, do it with your group, yeah. Jangan jadi sleeping partner, yeah. Make sure that you involve in everything, so you will have the experience during this class, yeah. So then only you know what you should do, yeah. Okay, all right. So fill in by yourself, yeah, the question mark. All right, so now we come to another type of person involved in requirements engineering process, yeah. So it's called stakeholders. Okay, but don't get confused with stockholders. This is stakeholders, that's different. Okay, stakeholders in software engineering means, take note, yeah, these are the people who actually has interest with the things that you do, the project that you do. These people has interest. Maybe they are the users. Maybe they are the client that assign you the project. Maybe they are your boss. Yeah. Maybe that are your team members. Yeah. So that are all people that will become your stakeholders. But there are many more. Yeah. It's not just that. Stakeholders cover all the related people and also some of are not that directly related. Yeah. But for example, if doing a project for a cafe, yeah, so all the people that exist, yeah, that exist or always be there, they are part of your stakeholders as well. Yeah. Okay, they might be interested with your project, and also if you implement the project at that place, yeah, if they get impacted or affected, meaning they are also your stakeholders. Okay. So they can be a common people. They can be anyone. Yeah, it can be someone who always if it's at the cafe, right? Someone who always delivers something, groceries or something to that cafe. So that is considered as your stakeholders as well. All right. So remember that stakeholders is very important term. Yeah, and you need to find your stakeholders when you're doing the project. So it's going to be a good experience for you. Yeah. Okay. As you can see in the diagram, in the picture, there are some of the lists, but it's not limited to that only. Yeah, it can be more than that. One that you can see that is interesting here is competitors. Nampak tak? Yeah. So competitors is also your stakeholders. Because why? Because they can get affected, but might be negatively affected, right? The competitors. Okay, so competitors is actually your negative stakeholders. There's special term for competitors. But we usually don't go to your competitors, these negative stakeholders, to get information. But we just put them into the list because we want to be aware of what they have already. So you can compare. It's not that you go and ask for advice from them. Usually no. Yeah. But we will always must be aware with what they have. Yeah. Because we need to produce something at par, or it has to be more than whatever they have. Okay, because they are our competitors, right? Okay, so this is one example of stakeholders in a cafe. It's called Dementia Cafe. So this is a cafe for people with some illness. Yeah, it's called Dementia, somewhere in Korea. Yeah. So if you can see all the black terms or names, yeah, they are all stakeholders that is related to the cafe. Okay, so maybe, yeah, they didn't tell much. So I think it's a stakeholders that they have defined because of they have assigned a software or app development project, yeah, to someone for the cafe, especially to be used by the customer. So the customer is those people with the illnesses, yeah. So they created, they might be lah, they might be created some, they want to create some app to be used there. Okay, so this is how they find all the stakeholders. So they draw some, this is called onion, yeah. As you can see, they have circles there kind. So you will learn about this very soon, yeah. So you have to define all your stakeholders. So before that, you have to define the location of the app. When you build an app, kan, you need to define where the app will be used before you can start searching and defining who will be your stakeholders. Okay, so we will go to this part later. Yeah, this is just introduction, so I just show it for you.